Thinking about starting your own company, but feeling a bit lost on how to make that happen? Don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, we're going to go through all the crucial steps involved in forming a company. Whether you want to launch a trendy new startup or a more traditional small business, the formation process is pretty much the same across the board. Just to be fully transparent, some of the details I'll cover today are specific to the UK company formation process, but the overall steps apply anywhere. So let's dive right in. But before we get started, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Packed with helpful business tips and insights. All right, are you ready to turn your business idea into a legal reality? Here's what's involved in properly setting up your new company. Choose a company name. Decide on directors and shareholders. Prepare founding documents. Register with Companies House. Set up business banking and accounting. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? But as you'll see, there are some important details and requirements for each step. Let's go through them one by one. Step 1. Choosing a company name. Your company name is a big deal. It's the first impression. It sets the tone for your brand identity. So you want to put some thoughtful consideration into finding the perfect name. There are a few rules around company names in the UK. First, it can't be offensive or too similar to an existing company name to avoid confusion. Certain words like British or Royal also require special permission. You'll need to run an official company name check to ensure your desired name is available. Many companies will give 4-6 backup options in case their top picks are already taken. Don't just go for the first name that's available though. Ideally, your company name should be unique, memorable, and give some hints about your products or services. Think about how it sounds and how it looks in a logo too. Once you have the perfect name picked out, you can move on to the next crucial step. Step 2. Appointing directors and shareholders. Every company, even smaller businesses, needs to have officially appointed directors and shareholders. These roles basically just mean the people in charge of overseeing operations and strategy, and the legal owners. For many new companies, these roles are held by the same people, the founders or entrepreneurs launching the business from the ground up. But you can split up the responsibilities differently if needed. In the UK, you must have at least one director. As for shareholders, there's no legal minimum number, but you need at least one person or entity registered as a shareholder. Take some time to think through the best structure for your specific situation in terms of ownership and management roles. Once you've figured that out, you're ready for the next step. Step 3. Preparing founding documents. To officially incorporate your company, you need to put together a few key legal documents outlining the rights and responsibilities of directors, shareholders, and the overall structure of the company. The two biggies are the Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association. The memorandum confirms details like the company name, location, business activities, and the amount of guaranteed capital if applicable. Meanwhile, the articles dig deeper into laying out internal rules. Things like how directors are appointed, shareholder rights, how meetings are conducted, share transfers, and so on. These documents don't have to be overly complex for smaller companies, but they are legally required and will serve as the foundation for your company operations moving forward. Many companies work with accountants or lawyers specialized in company formations to ensure they check all the necessary boxes. You'll also need to officially register the names and personal details of all proposed directors and shareholders. Having these founding documents ready is a must before moving to the next step of formal registration. Step 4. Registering with Companies House. Up until now, you've just been working on paperwork and planning behind the scenes. But to actually create your company as a legal business entity, you need to register with the UK's Companies House. This involves submitting your finalized company name, address, details on directors and shareholders, and those all-important founding documents we just talked about. You'll also need to pay the standard registration fee, which is currently PS12 for an online application. Once Companies House has processed and approved your application, you'll receive your official certificate of incorporation. This certificate marks the date your company was officially formed and legally allowed to start doing business. Major milestone. So take that certificate and frame it. Because your company is now officially in business. Well, almost. There's just one final step to check off the company formation list. Step 5. Setting up business banking and accounting. With that certificate of incorporation in hand, you can now set up a proper business bank account, and the accounting system is separate from your personal finances. This is crucial for legal and tax purposes. Opening a business bank account is generally pretty straightforward. You'll just need to provide details on your newly registered company along with identification for the owners or directors. Shop around at different banks to find the accounts and services that fit your needs. Having a business bank account keeps everything organized right from the start. For accounting and bookkeeping, you have options to use software or hire an outside accountant. Many new business owners start with affordable accounting software and handle bookkeeping themselves initially. But as your company grows, it's very wise to loop in a professional accountant to cover tax filing, payroll if you have employees, and other complex accounting needs. Having these financial systems and accounts set up properly from day one puts you in a great position to maintain organized records and stay on top of your accounting obligations as a registered company. Putting it all together, all the steps mentioned. So there you have it, the 5 key steps for officially forming your new company. 1. Choose a unique, trademarkable name. 2. Appoint directors and shareholders. 3. Prepare legal founding documents. 4. Register with Companies House. 5. Establish business banking and accounting. I know it seems like a lot of boxes to check, but doing it all properly up front is so important. It ensures your company is formed legitimately and sets you up for success from the very beginning. Having everything officially registered and separate from your personal finances protects you and your business. The formation stage requires attention to detail for sure. But trust me, it's better to cross every T and dot every I early on, rather than cutting corners that could lead to future legal headaches down the road. Not to mention, companies formed properly tend to be taken more seriously by potential customers, partners, investors, if you're seeking funding, you name it. Of course, you don't have to navigate the full company formation process alone. Most entrepreneurs work with accountants or company formation specialists to guide them through all the necessary steps and documentation. Their expertise is invaluable, especially when it comes to the legal nuances. Like the video, subscribe, and check out the company formation specialists mentioned in the description if you need professional help setting up your company. Woo, I know that was a lot of information. Starting a company involves a fair amount of admin and paperwork, but it's a crucial foundational step. Once you've formed your company officially and properly, you can move on to the fun parts, bringing your products or services to market, building your team, and actually running the business. I really hope this guide gave you a clear overview of what's involved in the company formation process. Let me know if you have any other questions by leaving a comment below. I'll see you next time with a new video all about how to fund and finance your new startup venture. It's going to be a great one, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and best of luck on your entrepreneurial journey.